Give it up for Chase Brockett.
Oh, hello. Hi. I don't know if I'm going to be Portland's next funniest person, but I am Portland's most generic white guy. And I moved here a few years ago, and I didn't know I was moving to a city full of better-looking and more talented versions of me. You ever move to a city where you become your own knockoff brand? I did that. I'm the Kirkland signature version of Chase in the Pacific Northwest. And that's a bummer. I've been trying to date, and that's real hard to date in this town when you're kind of like mid-grade white guy. I'm like Tequiza white guy. Because I've realized I've seen like real beautiful guys. Like the guy who repairs my dryer is gorgeous. And I go, that guy is gorgeous, and I just kind of got this weird thing going on where because I'm like attractive, but I'm like Zach Braff attractive, which is different. Like attractive people could approach other attractive people at the bar. You're like, hey, you're sexy. They go, you're sexy too, and they go home and have sexy sex. But with me, it doesn't work that way. With me, you need like 3 episodes with me before you're like, I'm conventional lead, but we'll try him out. He's not taking our real women. I do like Portland, and I've been here for a few years now, but I'm kind of a delicate guy myself. I'm allergic to like cats and flowers, so that's kind of who I am. But Portland definitely has a vibe of a city that was built by people who were bullied. I didn't know that I was also going to come here and become like a tough guy. Like, I moved here and wasn't crying in the first week. They're like, who is this god? It's like, I just do that in the privacy of my own home, sir. I do like Portland, especially I grew up in Bakersfield, California, so this is a lot better. Don't do that. If you don't know where Bakersfield is, it's Central Valley, California. It's very deserty. It's the land that God forgot about, but they're still waiting for him to come back. And I don't have the heart to tell him he didn't really go out for cigarettes. He's just not that into you. This is true. A couple years ago, there was a guy, and he was at a cockfight, the rooster kind. And while he was there, he was murdered by a rooster. I swear to God. Because apparently what happens is when they have those fights, they tie knives to the rooster's legs and let them go at it. So there are roosters that go, but there was one rooster who's like, not today, and killed a man. So I grew up kind of like if Chicken Run was directed by Quentin Tarantino. And I think that's where my edge is in town. I think that's it. He's got the eyes of a man whose poultry goes after them in the middle of the night. I don't know. It is nice to be out there. Obviously a very conservative place. You don't really get many places like that when it's just like very liberal and happy. And you don't have like open-minded people in places where your groceries are attacking you. And so it's nice. I don't know if you guys realize this, but Portland doesn't have a gay part of town, and I think that's fantastic. I should clarify. I think it's fantastic because it's so infused in the city. I think it's this awesome thing. Like if you go to San Francisco, right, there's the Castro, you go to Hollywood, West Hollywood, Capitol Hill, Seattle. There's like gay parts of town, but Portland is just part of it, and I think that's wonderful. You know, because I was tired of having to have those conversations with people about like, it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, and having to be like, look, even if it was 2 men, it still wouldn't be Steve, that's way too Swedish. Right, it would be Adam and Ahmed, but it's not like IKEA Steve. He's like, I'm Steven. And God said, Steven, don't do that. But I don't have to have that conversation with people as much here, and I think it's wonderful because I used to have that all the time. Like people like, I don't want gay people getting married. It's weird. Or gay adoption. That was a big one for a while. People were like, I want gay people adopting, and I thought that was weird. Recently, Mike Huckabee said that on TV. He's like, gay people shouldn't adopt, and I think that's like the most bigoted statement from the cutest named man, don't you? You're like, Mike Huckabee. What's this guy got to say? He's just like, hello. You're like, do we give him blueberries? He's like, listen, I've got some ideas about the gays. And you're like, whoa, okay. All right, sir, where are you going with this? And he's like, it's gross. And you're like, all right, maybe not to. But he was like, I don't want gay people adopting kids. I think that's weird. I think gay people should have priority when it comes to having kids. They should get first pick. No, because if you think about it, they're the only group of people that have to put forethought into it. Right? Like the reason half of us are here tonight is because our parents got a little too drunk and didn't want to get into the nightstand. You know? That's what happened. But you've never seen a same-sex couple with a kid and go, hey, where'd you get that adorable little girl? And they go, well, it was my birthday, and we had a little too much to drink. I ended up at 2 o'clock in the morning, bent over the desk at an adoption agency. And he was like, we should really put a cap on the pin. I was like, I don't want to put a cap on the pin. It's my birthday. Well, they give me 2 forms of state ID. We're getting this son of a bitch. And then I woke up in the morning and I was just like, holy shit, I need to stop drinking. I always end up adopting children nobody else wants. And like, we have to worry about birth control, but they only have to worry about the receipt. I think that's fantastic. You guys have been wonderful. My name's Chase Brockett. Thank you so much.